I've never seen the painting Nighthawks. The aforementioned painting was created by artist Edward Hopper, who made the art piece in 1942. The oil canvas art piece depicts a late night scene in a diner on the corner of an unmarked street. On the top of the diner is a small advert that reads, "Only 5 cents, Phillies, America's #1 cigar." I've never been to the School of Art Institute of Chicago, which is where the painting is located. Yet, I'm able to tell you about the art piece and even show you the painting right now. I've never seen the painting Nighthawks in person. Here's a few pictures I personally took with my Canon AE1. While they aren't the actual physical print, I've digitally scanned them in order to share them on my Instagram profile and other social media platforms, and also you right now. I mechanically reproduced them. Marxist German philosopher Walter Benjamin wrote on the topic of mechanical reproducibility in an essay titled "The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction." Benjamin had written this during 1933 to 1945, during the rule of the Nazi Party in Germany. It was in this essay that Benjamin noted that the social value of art was changing. With the advent of easier-to-handle film cameras, reproduction of art became cheaper and quicker to create. His essay was comprised of several main theories: the change in uniqueness, tradition, and permanence of art. What Benjamin refers to as the aura has diminished in its original form and has transformed into something else. He describes the definition as the aura of the latter as the unique phenomenon of a distance, however close it may be. If, while resting on a summer afternoon, you follow with your eyes a mountain range on the horizon, or a branch which casts its shadow over you, you experience the aura of those mountains, of that branch. Benjamin further describes in his essay that the value of an art that makes it unique is steeped in tradition, which is where it gathers its authenticity. A mechanically reproduced art piece is lacking what Walter Benjamin describes as its presence in time and space, its unique existence at the place where it happens to be. Using social media as an example, the comparison to original art and mechanically reproduced art can be seen akin to experiencing a pond full of ducks versus posting a picture of ducks on Instagram. The weight of the moment on film carries a much different feeling compared to the aura of the actual experience, or being there. With the mechanical reproduction of art, does it now make it a product due to its ritualistic value? Or is it something else? Does the ritualistic value disappear? Does it become a product on its own? Benjamin mentions that the mechanical reproduction of art allows the art to come into a new being. He says, and in permitting the reproduction to meet the beholder or listener in its own particular situation, it reactivates the object reproduced. By this, Benjamin meant that as the art became reproduced at a mass rate, the social value of the art changes. How many times have you seen the work of John Martin in your life? Personally, I had never even heard of the artist until I stumbled onto a video essay by the YouTube creator Solar Sands that described the monumentality of John Martin's work. The YouTuber had used scans of John Martin's painting to elaborate a point of how the artist used architecture within his work to describe monumentality as a concept. This brings me to another point Walter Benjamin was trying to make in his essay: the mobilization of people. It's important to note that as Benjamin was a Marxist, he was also Jewish, and during his time in Germany under Nazi rule, he was largely outspoken against Nazi ideology and a heavy critic of fascism. Reproducible art and media at this time had been heavily propagandized in order to convince millions to follow beliefs as a means of control. Benjamin said, "The film with its shock effect meets this mode of reception halfway. The film makes the cult value recede into the background not only by putting the public in the position of the critic, but also by the fact that at the movies this position requires no attention. The public is an examiner, but an absent-minded one." Benjamin believed that the power of cinema has an ability to manipulate and control mass amounts of people by, in essence, shocking them into submission. He thought that mechanically reproduced art was tantamount to deciding how a culture or society reacts. Mechanical media is able to feed into biases and cause complacency, which, like Benjamin says, creates an absent-minded examiner. The ease of access, algorithms, and perhaps just human nature create echo chambers and lead like-minded individuals to each other and to feed into each other. Which brings me to my last point regarding Walter Benjamin's work: the politicization of art. Due to the modern ability to reproduce art for people at all ends of the globes to see, this dynamic has changed incredibly. Due to the internet, scans and pictures of art, media, and news are now widely available. Sites like Twitter allow for conversations over topics, Instagram allows for the sharing and discussion of images, YouTube has a vast amount of content for learning hobbies, differing opinions, and in some way it's its own unique culture. The internet allows for the cultivation of individualism in a time of mechanical reproduction. Benjamin said, during long periods of history, the mode of human sense perception changes with humanity's entire mode of existence. In this quote, he is referring to the changing of ideas socially and politically. Due to mechanical reproduction, the new social function allows the common person to critique, see their own idea of value within the work or media, and it allows for the capability to produce individual thought. Thank you for watching.
You're at a dead end, as we don't talk, no we don't speak, because the truth will